Game number 1 between FeriG and Caosak. I'm terribly sorry about this. We have FeriG as deck against Caosak. What is Caosak playing, my dear Daniel?
Caosak's playing Brits. He hasn't picked a battle group yet. He's got Indian, Heavy Armor, and Air C. I assume that means Canadians were banned, but who knows? Maybe he also just hasn't bought the DLC.
Might be true.
And he's going hard for the right side of the map, which is... this map's interesting in that, like, you kind of can play it either side. You know, your side of the river feels like it's your side, but...
It's not how you play it.
Yeah, because the cutoff for the right side, for the side that you're on, is actually easier to defend than the one, you know, the one that goes on your side of the river is much more vulnerable.
Daxon, you have to blame ChatGPT for that. I put in the chat map names and then I asked for an equal distribution. And then I copy pasted it. So I don't have to do the thinking myself. Bike is in the pickle.
Yeah, he shouldn't go down as long as he micros properly. It's so much faster, and yeah, he gets out pretty easily there. Both players just connecting their fuels. Pretty big map control lead for. Oh, he's not capping the. Looks like Caosak either opting to plant the mine, or I think he might have forgot that he wasn't going to be able to cap. Because he had capped a good amount of that point when he started building, I think.
He forgot.
So, yeah, slowing down his fuel. He does have the plus 16 muni, and those weapon upgrades very important for Brits, so...
He's not he didn't play much of the current patch, right? Because of his studies. Apparently studying chemistry is a lot of work.
Oh no.
So he's not really up to date with the current mechanics, at least. And then things like this happen.
Really aggressive play from FeriG here, which is good. I think you want to play deck like this. And he's happily capping away on the other side. Double Panzer Pile, it's worth noting. And I think the build's really working for him so far because he's able to apply good pressure, going for the cutoff here while still capping his side of the map up just fine.
Yeah, I agree.
He's got almost all the fuel on the map. Skipping the munitions, just focusing on that tech, which I think is the right call. You want to get to that first light vehicle as deck as soon as you can.
Yeah, LV timing is all about for deck. Like, that's the most important cornerstone that you can ever have. Minesweeping there by the Panzer Pioneers.
That's good, honestly, for him. I think that mine was probably meant for the bike.
Yeah.
So, I think you're always happy when you hit a mine that doesn't take out your unit. And unsurprisingly, Panzerjäger Command Battle Group is picked from FeriG, and we have heavy armor from Caosak.
Enemy forces have taken our territory.
No,
which I'm a little surprised to see.
Yeah. Flag. Oh, it's called again. Crusader A.
Yeah, no more. And what that means is this battle group offers you very little in the early game, unless you spam engineers. Or, like, maybe double Dingo and refit. Maybe you can refit the Dingo, but otherwise, you know, most Brit battle groups are good because they cover your weaknesses, which is the mid game. And this battle group no longer does that, so I think it might be hard for him to use, but I'm ready for him to bust out a cool build with this.
Yeah. Blackfoot's got buffed, or got put online with the other Churchill tanks. Or with the Croc, rather.
Yeah. Is it fast enough to get out of the anti-tank Overwatch though? I'm not sure that it is.
No.
I think this battle group just gets. I think if he, and probably the Churchills in general can't either. I feel like this DAC battle group kind of hard counters the Brit battle group, but we'll see.
Actually, probably the best thing that you can do now is go for Crusader Death Ball as you would normally, and then with Radio Net.
That's true, yeah, and it does offer, you know, the increased vet gain can be nice.
So that's probably the strongest attack that you have currently. Black Prince, maybe you can do a Black Prince stall, because it's still valid, but the Black Prince tree literally offers nothing at the moment. You get the
Yeah.
repair, only the obviously you can get faster veterancy or reduced reinforcement for the Royal Engineers who might die.
Yeah, nice play from FeriG. He correctly identified that as a weak unit and
Our capture point is being
Smoked
neutralized
just
by the
moves to
enemy.
kill it. Yeah.
Territory sectors are isolated. We
But
must
yeah.
connect with them.
Black Prince isolated offers like nothing else. But you can argue the same for other doctrines at the moment.
A mechanized
Like
combat
the
group awaits deployment.
Pershing. Since nobody plays, or half-tracks aren't as common as they used to be.
Caosak has gotten some good map control finally and denied the fuel, but it's too late. The flak filling's coming. So it is still nice to deny the fuel, obviously, but FeriG's probably okay with the position he's in right now because there is no tier 2 for Caosak. He's been bleeding a lot of manpower. He's got 4 Tommies. Well, he went 4 Tommy, 2nd Ari, and a Dingo. So he's seriously delayed his tech. And that's going to seriously give this flak filling a window to get some damage in.
Yeah, but the map is big, so he might have enough time. Is able to buy enough time, so the flak will not deadlock him into his base.
Yeah, this is the nice thing about having the right side of the map, as we discussed. The flak filling, although it can't just drive to that cutoff. Although he might have considered doing so.
Dingo dies. Rear armor bonus damage kicks in.
Yeah, gave some nice vet to the Panzer Pile. Starts putting down some S-mines. And we'll see if we get... You know, he needs to make sure he doesn't put a flamer on this other RE.
Yeah, our S-mines are slightly annoying to play. But I just realized the worst thing actually for Caosak is he has no heal.
Yeah, wants to go straight to the Stuart. Which is just going to further delay him having any answer to the flak filling. I get why he doesn't want to go Humber here. He's probably expecting a Cloak Shrek. So,
Commandant, we have command points
opting
available
for a
to us.
boys squad as his stopgap AT, which you really hate to have to do.
Boys against the quad is suicidal. You get suppressed
Yeah, it doesn't
before you
really
get
work.
full damage out.
Yeah, and especially without heals, this, yeah. Just realizing he has to run both squads, can't even cap this +10, because the flak filling's on the way.
Entrenchment tactics
Overall, I
shall
think
encourage our men
going
to
boys
fight
is
our
always a
main
sign of
cover.
desperation. They got buffed or slightly changed, so their first shot gets out faster, but the follow-up shots are not as fast.
Yeah.
But
He actually
still.
canceled the Stuart side upgrade, and now is going AT gun, which is good, but it's a bummer that he waited to decide because ended up losing a lot of map control in the meantime.
And bike vets up so fast. It's vet 2 already.
capture point is
No,
being
the
taken
oh
from
boy.
us.
Cover your eyes. It will happen in a second. S-mine.
Oh no.
And he's still
Is he going to
moving.
notice in time? Oh no!
One more field.
Don't-
Ah! Yeah,
Okay,
will.
he noticed in time.
The
So
enemy has
brutal.
claimed our sector.
Man, the game sense there from FeriG, knowing just how long he can leave that flak filling before he needs to move it. Really well played.
Survival packages for Panzer
Oh,
Crews
bike
have
debuff
arrived.
could see the end
All
of these
canisters
REs.
have been retrofitted.
And AT-gun tries to hit the AT-gun, but no chance in hell, man. Other way around. Target size. I think Caosak is toast.
Yeah, it's really looking bad for him.
If he loses the AT-gun,
Yeah, what does he do from here? I guess he can get... See, this is what I was talking about with this battle group, is it's like, imagine if he could get a Piat or anything that made his mid-game stronger, you know? He just has nothing here. I think a Humber might have been... I think Humber AT gun probably would have been a better choice than,
I think Caosak just realized the first encounter with S-mines. If you looked at the chat, he thought they were like in Code 2 where you have those little signs.
Someone asked in chat why boys are a sign of desperation. It severely limits the infantry DPS of the section, because sections really want to get the anti-infantry upgrades, and it takes away 2 rifles in exchange for the ATRs. And they're not that good against like medium tanks or later stage vehicles. They're kind of only good against light vehicles, and they're really not good against the flak feeling because they get suppressed by it. So you don't want to upgrade boys. You'd rather have other sources of AT and keep your sections as anti-inf.
Yeah, the scaling is just atrociously bad.
Yeah, it makes them a useless squad in the late game, basically.
Yeah, it's a useless squad in the late game. You get them if like shit hits the fan and you need AT now, where you can't wait for an AT gun because you have no manpower, tech is not up, something like that, and you like if you don't get the anti-tank or anti-LV firepower now, you won't be able to get into the middle 10 mark, something like this. But then it's always a bad side already.
Territory sector lost.
Caosak really needs
We're losing grasp of a victory
training.
point.
He needs a sweeper, man. The S mines are still up. If he
That too.
retreats there, he will lose the
Yeah.
squad.
Victory point under enemy control.
Wow,
AT gun is
FeriG
the
just
signal.
instantly pouncing as soon as he realizes that AT gun's alone. I think he just saw how much stuff was capping the left side and went, oh, there must be nothing guarding this AT gun. So really nice play from FeriG. Bit sloppy from Caosak, and yeah, GG.
Caosak collapses there.
Yeah, really well played from FeriG. His build was great.
Spot on, perfect. Like he knew the timings, the map sense. Like just this AT gun, right? He saw the decapping. He knew, okay, there's nothing to cover this flank. I will go in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for game number 2 between Caosak and FeriG. After a dominating show by FeriG in game number 1, can Caosak recover, or will he get ham-boned there and sent home? What do you think will got on top in game number 2, my dear friend Daniel?
Well, we have mechanized for Caosak, so Terror definitely banned.
I don't think he has a DLC.
Doesn't have the DLC, no. We do have heavy weapons for FeriG, so I'd be nervous if I was Caosak. Panther doesn't do terrible against the Pershing, but this isn't a map I'd want to play. I mean, I don't want to play against the Pershing on any map, but this map feels like a particularly rough one because of how mobile it is. I like this cap order from FeriG, rushing the fuels here, but I think Caosak should be able to win this fight against his engineer. It'll be tough. Engineer can just kind of hide behind these trees. I'm actually curious to see how he deals with this, because if he doesn't, he'll have no fuel.
He's going inside of the building. He's trying.
Yeah, not even bothering to cap this, just denying it.
Just denying it. Such a good move.
Oh, and wiring the entrance to the house. Oh, so this is a late game. This is for later. He's going to force Caosak into the house, and then he won't have anywhere to retreat except out that front door, and he'll probably eat a grenade or a satchel. Uh-oh, Grenadier too far forward. This is a big mistake here.
Pioneer is coming in, might be in time. Second Pioneer.
Yeah, and actually the rifles did really poorly. I gotta say, some good rolls there for Caosak's Grenadier.
I think FeriG did a little bit too much of dancing around there. He was a little bit indecisive. Cover, no cover, closing in, closing in.
Now in enemy hands.
Yeah, he mostly did it, but I agree, although he mostly did it between the shots of the rifle, so I don't think he lost too much DPS. But it looks like it made just enough of a difference.
No MG from Caosak yet, and at least in 2v2, crossing in the woods is also called crossing in MG, so I'm surprised.
Yeah, I mean, in ones, it's definitely, there's way more opportunities to flank. Not that it's a bad map for MGs, but it's certainly a map with plenty of flanking routes. A lot of people really don't like MGs versus US in particular because the scout counters them so hard.
I think the MG gameplay though improved a lot recently.
Yeah, the changes have been good. I still think the utility package needs to change. I'd love to see them move the utility package to only unlock when you have a support center or something. Ooh, good use of the flamer here, though. Gonna force these rifles off and maybe force heals. FeriG probably doesn't want to get them this early, but I think he's going to have to. Yeah.
Against Flamer, you always need early heal. It's you lose so much HP fighting a Flamer that it's really not fun.
Orders have been carried out.
Still no fuel for Caosak. It's a saving grace that he capped this 1+5 on the south side of the river. Otherwise, he'd be in danger of never teching. But he's very far away from any kind of tech structure.
Well, you need enough fuel for tier 2, then you are set. Some would say.
Yeah, but not being able to get OQ for tier 1, delaying either the Wurble or the OQ for tier 2, it definitely hurts. So, really good job here from FeriG.
Territory sector.
Yeah, I guess we're taking. Might not be on point there. Obviously, oh, that's a dead Grant. That's a Goner Grant. Nope. Target switch on the Flamer Pioneer. Flamer Pioneer has to retreat, otherwise it's a Goner as well. Or a contender of the Goners achievement.
I like this MG 4th from Caosak. I think it's much easier to use MGs once you already have 3 grins and 2 piles screening. So I think especially since he can't tech, this is the right choice.
And he gets infantry officer quarters, so even delaying the tech even more.
Oh man, that's really risky. He does have his fuel connected now for now, but I get why he wants to do that, but man, he's gonna have no light vehicle counter. You know what though? He's denied both +10, so I think this is okay. I changed my mind. This is okay because he knows that FeriG has no fuel either. He knows he got heals, and he knows that there's no +10 for FeriG. So both players are going to really delay their light vehicles, which I want to say benefits Wehrmacht right now because of officer quarters.
I don't understand your question, Plykin, in chat. But yeah.
Commander,
It's
ISC
healed though,
upgrades
right?
done,
And
a captain has been assigned to
only
you.
IC only came down now. So I don't know. I think Fortress was fine in the end, but yeah, I agree with you. Other games might have been too risky, but this one it was fine.
Yeah, I think because he's denied the side fuels, it's okay.
A victory
This
point has
MG,
fallen into enemy control.
he probably thinks he's not in vision, but I think he is.
He's MG gets the volley off though, so it's something.
They've put resources cut off. We have territory isolated.
No, those games are not live, those are replays.
The enemy holds all victory
Oh, I
points.
spoiled it, but yeah. At one point it's obvious that not all games can be live anymore. When the tournament started nearly 5 hours ago, something like that. No, more even. But you get the idea. Nearly 6 hours ago.
Looks like OQ may come back to bite Caosak in the end anyway. Half-Track's on the field. We'll see how he can stall. He's very close to being able to build tier 2, which looks like what he's saving for.
Nice mines by Caosak on the casual pathing spots.
Yeah. Could potentially pick up this half-track if he baits it into a mine.
Oh yeah, he will either save or he takes it. If he goes off for the phosphor round, he needs to retreat though. He could have killed it. He could now go into phosphor rounds with the suppression and then kill the half-track.
Yeah, I mean the half-track can just drive out though. It's like right on the edge of the arc.
Hey, let me dream.
There's now.
I'm a simple man. By the way, that was a great mine. Pinning down both riflemen.
Yeah, save that MG. Otherwise, I think he gets forced off here, but he's going to
And the
maintain that
other
control at
mine,
least for the time being.
saving all engagements there.
Mines win games. Sometimes mines also help you not lose games.
Phosphor rounds getting loaded. Should merge into the MG with the health of Grenadier and should set low Grenadier home.
Yeah, he's in trouble here potentially. Needs to put away the sweeper, does FeriG. Doesn't do it, so loses a little bit of DPS. Don't know if it would have made a difference.
HMG team deploy. We've lost a territory sector.
But Caosak keeping himself in this game, so with some really nice mines and some pretty bold play. I think a lot of people would have just ran in the face of the half-track, but he did a great job stalling as long as he could, and I think he's bought himself enough time.
Yeah, I totally agree. And by the way, I would say Caosak is actually in a driving position there at the moment. He is not ahead maybe, but he has a lead. Because he has great map control, he delayed FeriG getting on the map, he's now taking up. And only 8 fuel per minute for FeriG, that's not much.
Yeah, he is going to connect everything, but yeah, really going to slow down the tech for FeriG. Got a pretty big army now too. 4 Grands, 1 MG. Curious what he builds from his shamefully auto-built tier 2.
I will only build tier 1 in a good spot, everything else gets auto-built. Besides seal.
Weapons teams, man. Add 30 seconds to your time for the pack to get on the field.
We have 300 points.
Nah, man. I'm not good enough for that. That it matters.
That's fair. This guy should be, though. He's in a tournament.
Yeah, fair enough. The only tip that I really put to heart is the capping one, where you always walk to the edge and then walk to the next one, so you save time over there. That's the only tip that from you I incorporated into my gameplay regarding time saving.
Too low effort for the rest of them. Oh, fair enough. It's a game. Ooh, A-Rat on the field.
A-Trad will hit.
This,
Assault half-track
yeah, this is not...
front.
He's got the M3 assault carrier, so he could potentially... He has exchangeable parts, so he could swap this.
You need to
but it looks like it might get caught out.
You have to pay it.
He is doing it. Okay, that's good. Because, you know what? I think he might have heard the 8-Rad in the Fog of War, because he started...
breaking.
Yeah, or saw a fence go, because he upgraded that M3 pretty quick. Does he have grenades?
Let me check. Nope.
No, so...
The enemy is stealing our munitions point.
He gets the first shot on the 8-Rad, though, which is crucial. And he's getting a second half-track. I don't know if he's... I'm curious if he's going to go double M3 or if he wants one for the anti-infantry DPS.
I think double, since target weak got nerfed, maybe double, just to be sure.
Oh, true.
And Knave, I'm a 2 versus 2 hero, what do you expect from me? I'm a low effort micro
Assault
guy.
half-track, hitting the
That's why I play
victory point is
2v2
under
and not
attack.
1v1.
We must act.
You gotta get into those big team games. That's where the real low effort is.
Nah, man, I played a couple of 3v3s and 4v4s recently, and I swear I lose brain power when I do this. It's literally annoying to play those games.
Okay, so confirmed it is double
We have a
GMC.
surplus of command points.
And it's a nice counter to the MG as well.
Yeah, the barrage is really, really potent.
45-second cooldown. Can't be mad about that.
Krauts are pushing us back. We're down to 250.
Plus, when you see one 8-Rad, it's often the case that you see another. And one GMC is pretty vulnerable to getting all-in, so... Still doesn't have grenades. I think that's probably the next upgrade. Anytime you're up against the 8-Rads, you want to be able to throw those stickies if you get the opportunity.
Yeah. We will host a 4v4 tournament if someone wants to sponsor it. Then I will go through the pain and organize one.
Enemy in control.
And then I will be...
Honestly, there aren't enough good 4v4 teams. It's really an issue.
It will be like this in Code 2. All the 1v1 players form a 4v4 team, and then that's it. We will see a Natrad die unless we see some... Oh shit, I got a plate smoke.
Oh,
Fire.
yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, where was the smoke? Oh, he was only at 44 munitions. It's 45, I think. So, yeah, not quite at the muni range. Kind of unlucky there. But I'll play from FeriG.
And
You know, it'd be worth hosting the 4v4 tournament just to see arrogant 1v1 players who think it'll be easy win, make a team and get stomped by 4v4 players who know what they're doing. Because even though I would say the skill cap for 4v4 is lower,
it's more built
you need to
or
know what to do.
orientated. Like,
Yeah, but you need to know how to play the maps. So
4v4 tournaments are entertaining. I give you that. The few that I played in or organized. However, it's always a pain to organize them because it's so much. It's not effort in that sense that you have to make special rules or so, but due to the amount of people that you have in it, and players, once they sign up for a tournament, turn into kindergarten kids.
Yeah.
They forgot everything.
I love
how to read, how to keep time.
Maybe they never knew. Fights on all three fronts here. I love to see this. Both players having a micro in a few places at once here. Really intense fight on this right VP. See who game of chicken here. I think FeriG is gonna have to blink though. Yeah.
By the way, look at the VP lead for Caosak.
Yeah, it's really good. It's kind of I looked at that a few minutes ago and it was like at 300 something for FeriG, but I'm very impressed with his VP pressure.
Has been used. He turned his 76 into the quad.
I like that. You killed the A-Rad, now it can do something else. Black on the field though, so might need to just switch it right back.
Yes. But it's like a 1 minute or 2 minute cooldown. But I'm glad that I saw it in a tournament game. I thought it's such a niche thing that nobody will, or it was so rarely used.
I like it. I think it's pretty underrated. Yeah, the cooldown's a little long, but if you have two, you can basically always have what you need. Because the initial swap is fast.
Yeah.
It's 8 seconds, so, you know, I'd love to see people like use it more to like get on-field heals.
I would even
swap it
argue
back.
you save ammo with it. Obviously not much, but heals is the cheapest one with 60. And
true,
and
yeah.
then you switch, so and switching costs nothing.
That's
So
big brain. That's real big
Technically,
brain.
you would save resources with it. Obviously not much. But it
Does the
depends on how
mid-truck...
many- Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Does the mid-truck have the free fighting position, or is that just the base?
I think
M3?
both have them.
Yeah, so that's another thing you could use. You could swap to the mid, drop one of your fighting positions.
Commander,
You can also switch back to the
enemy
basic
holds all
line, right?
victory points.
Yes, to the assault carrier.
So,
Good pressure here from FeriG. While we're talking about M3s, he's using them to take full control of this map.
Have 75 points remaining.
MG42 has to go home. And
Caosak in a tough position here. You know, you might want another 8-rad, but you also really want to tech up, so...
I think he is a little bit over micro. Look at the HP. He went Grenadier heal for Veteran C1. But the squads are not particularly healed.
Yeah.
So,
Sector lost. No contact.
now FeriG is in a really good position, and
We have a backlog of command points.
yeah,
that need-
Jaeger should go home.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
Yeah, the heal issue is though a problem. And Captain Dan will bite the dust. Nope. He will get home and tell a war story.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
Oh, good barrage on this flak. This is just such a small map relatively to where the middle is that these M3s can basically barrage you no matter where you are.
Victory point now under enemy control.
Yeah.
Second Shrek on the field, that'll help. I'd like to see him use cover camo a little bit more. I feel like he's always walking up out of cover and getting shot on approach. But if he's sneaky, he could just drive up and... He should be able to one-shot these with 2 Shreks if he just sneaks up.
Yeah, for sure. Double quad! Here we go, boys!
Oh, this is cool.
But that was a little bit greedy.
Yeah, and there's a Shrek here, so he's got to back off. Oh, is he going to lose both?
He murdered, yeah, it's
Moved
dead.
out of there. Down to only 50 points.
Oh, that was a huge blunder from FeriG, trying to close the game out.
For no
And
reason.
ends up giving FeriG a chance, or giving Caosak a real opportunity to get back into this. I mean, he's ahead in PopCap now.
No, I'm telling you that was on purpose to get
Capture point
CP
is
for
being
faster
overrun.
Pershing.
Ah, okay, sure. He is almost there now. Man, what's Caosak gonna do against the Pershing?
Lines are cut off.
I feel like if he builds tier 4, he's actually in trouble.
Nah, he has
Because
to
he's not gonna
score
have any
for
fuel.
Pentacolon.
Yeah, I think he has to. I don't think he can afford the fuel for the tech up.
Tech up and Penta
He
is
is
too expensive.
Yeah, he is. He has the CPs. It looks like he's just waiting to decide if he needs to.
MG got
Oh,
nuked,
MG42.
even though he
yeah.
retreated immediately.
Engineer goes down. That's a pretty good trade for FeriG, though. I take that every
Squad
time.
has been
Yeah, I
killed.
agree. I think the flak gets killed by the Pershing one shot or 2 shots before the button makes any significant change or
One of
impact
our
in the
sectors is now
engagement.
in enemy hands.
That does seem likely.
So
Okay,
I thought,
FeriG has it unlocked, but he's only at +8 fuel. He's got to. He's got that +5. He's going to connect. So okay.
We must act.
And yeah, Panther call-in confirmed. So
They've captured
both players just waiting for manpower now, and then they'll be able to call in their heavy tanks.
good old call
Yep.
it meta. Never.
Only one of those heavy tanks can one-shot infantry. So
Yeah, fair, fair.
wow, FeriG's so low on VPs though. He's got to be incredibly careful.
Look, he's even stalling the decap there as long as possible.
Yeah, so important. Really nice play, and then you can use the scout retreat to add another bit of smoke. Oh yeah, he's not gonna risk it. Caosak now the one stalling in
We
mid.
have taken our victory
But-
point.
I would have stayed a little longer. He's draining VP still. Oh no! Oh no! Crucial misclick from FeriG on the right.
No!
He didn't finish capping that
He didn't
VP.
finish capping.
Oh crap! This could decide. This could honestly decide the game.
Yes.
Like the VPs are so low. Wow, disastrous. Good smoke there on the
A fuel point is being
30 cal, and FeriG might lose control of this mid VP again, and that could just be the game if you can't
Reconnect with it.
Well, Captain
Can't get back
Dan
into
with a
this.
pickle.
Strategic point is being claimed.
But Captain Dan makes it home. Man, no, the desperation kicks in, right? He knows he can't lose VP, so he's not taking good engagements, and that might even cause more grief.
Yeah, it's true. Doesn't have much of a choice. He's got to fight for these VPs. He did win the fight on the right, the left against the Gren. That's huge. He will be able to cap the left VP, so I don't think he's out of this yet.
One of our strategic points is under attack.
Still stalling in mid as well. Oh, scout though. Probably should retreat that.
We've lost a scout squad.
Scout got smoked.
Yeah, I think a little bit. The pressure of having no VPs left kind of causing FeriG to miss micro there a little bit. He has stabilized though.
Stabilized
an M-
is a strong word.
Well, he's got an MG for each VP, so he theoretically he stabilized the VP drain. He's not draining VPs anymore, and he's very close to the Pershing. He's about a minute away. So once the Pershing's out, the Pershing can defend one VP. He can have multiple MGs on the other one, and
Fight
then
for
it
the
comes down to
middle
Caosak.
for me.
Yeah, it comes down to Caosak being able to do stuff with his Pershing or with his his Shreks and his presumably soon to be Panther call-in.
We've locked down the sector.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
I know we're here.
You know, no, the Jaegers will shoot smoke and he gets the decap. Would have been something I find really humorous. Nope.
Yeah, no smoke on those Jaegers. It's still on cooldown, luckily for FeriG. And meanwhile, the Flak 30 is getting flanked. Oh, but the rifles have to retreat through it. That's scary.
That's a goner, I think.
Really lucky escape
Nope.
there. See, this Jaeger attacking the red VP does have smoke, so this should be just be a decap, assuming he plays this properly.
Cut that infantry down, boys. They're in the open.
Defend our victory
Yeah, there's the
point.
smoke.
We're losing it.
And I like he didn't put the smoke on the point, which I see people do that, because if you do that, then you can be stalled, but
Roger that.
instead he forces the MG to set up on the point, which is...
I know the MG will get forced off because the Jaeger flanked it. Unless he walks into his own smoke.
Yeah, I think FeriG needed
Point is
to...
under enemy
stop reinforcing a little bit sooner. He did stop reinforcing now, but I think it's too late.
Too late, yeah.
I understand why he wouldn't. You know, you feel like you need to stay in the field with the rifles. Just didn't pay attention to the VPs. I didn't either. I don't, you know. It's not usually how Wehrmacht players play. So really great play from Caosak to just focus those VPs, and it feels like he was not, you know, even when the M3s went down, like I didn't feel like he had a huge advantage in anything but VPs, but sometimes that's all it takes.
Maybe that's the trick, right? Play for VPs against heavy tank stall.
Your command.
Because if you get VP superiority, the heavy tank stall does not matter. Because the enemy will be dead before a heavy tank hits the field. FeriG is out, but it's triple cap.
Yeah, he should be able to decap this middle point. I don't know if he'll be fast enough. Gren is coming to contest, so that's going to be crucial. Like, can this rifle... Oh yeah, focusing the... Oh, not a good first shot from the Pershing. Oh, that's game, I think. The Grens will get here now.
Yeah. Because I will fall into the middle, there's not much to do.
Drag, select, right click. Even the mighty Pershing can't kill the German soldiers fast enough.
Yeah, they're clogging the tracks, man. There's so many of them.
Yeah.
No shade snaring just to shoot them.
Man, GG. Great play from Caosak. That VP pressure, man. That's
yeah,
one of the most impactful VP rushes I've seen from a non-DAC player.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Ace game timing, I guess, for the first time today. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for game number 1. Game number 3 between Caosak and FeriG. The cider game time. And you know what? The best about the cider games? It's all or nothing. No comebacks, nothing. You either lose or you go home. You either win or you go home. The brain rot is kicking in, casting way too long already. Kappa. We have FeriG as Wehrmacht on road to Tunis. What is Caosak fielding, my dear friend Daniel?
He's rocking Brits again, and I'm glad he... Oh. No, I guess it's game 3, so he can pick heavy armor again. Nope. I don't love that.
No battle group elimination.
Yeah, right.
We don't have it.
I'm getting mixed up with another tournament that's coming up. Oh man, yeah, I kind of hate this. It did not work for him previously. I don't think it's any better on this map. He's not going double dingo, so I just don't. This gives you no value. And like I said last time, oh my God, where's he sending his first section? Is he going to cap that +10? Oh, yeah. I'm not loving this open.
Section will be out for or won't join the combat for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, and his other engineer went and kept the side +10, so not contesting the middle at all. FeriG is going to be very, very happy to see that.
I can't be in mind, the game just started. Somewhere went the fire drone.
Yeah, not quite. Yeah, no one's got 30 muni just yet, so now they can plant a mine.
I think, now what should Caosak do? I assume he does not have the DLC, at least I assume that. Then Aussies got vetoed, I am assuming this as well. What battle group would you pick then? You have Air and Sea?
Anything else.
Well, fair enough. You have Air and Sea.
Probably, I think Aussies are probably the best.
Yeah, but they're vetoed,
option.
right? So you can't pick them.
And he doesn't have the DLC, oh yeah.
So he could play Air and Sea or Gurkhas.
Indian's better. I think Air and Sea is better too. Air and Sea has really good late game abilities, like the assault flares. The loiter is good against the Tiger if that ends up coming out. Just the passives that you can get from Indian are good, especially now that like the Brit base already is OP. Artillery saturation is really good because you just get even more shots.
Indeed. Flamer by Caosak is out. And they getting some nice rifle fire in, and they did nothing and died. Not died, but
yeah,
not doing
That's really unfortunate. It's hard on this map to use the flamer. He probably could have played around the buildings a little bit better, but really nice micro there from FeriG to just totally mitigate those flamers and the threat they posed.
Flamer out by FeriG as well, and since Caosak is playing the host gate, Flamer will be handy.
An officer shall preside over our infantry company.
But yeah, it's just so hard to come into the middle when your opponent has a good position. And which is why I was worried about Caosak when he kept the side +10s instead of moving in. He does have RE, so like of all the factions, I think Brits have the easiest time clearing these buildings. But with a two-man flamer, it's not going to be easy.
It's a little bit greedy. They already have lost a lot of HP, I think. Can I check this?
Yeah, he'd be better off just going home and getting the 4 men on it, because he can't do anything with it here. It is sort of denying this building, but
it's
not for much longer, I suspect.
The risky way. Map control is even though, slight advantage. Therefore, FeriG, thanks to map, or only to VP control. Ammo control slightly in favor of Caosak.
Yeah, FeriG still hasn't capped that 1+10.
Enemy infantry! Scheiße!
Aww.
But I think once Officer Quarters hits and FeriG can heal everything, he should be able to force Caosak off here.
Headquarters has an officer stationed.
Clean yourselves up.
Heal will be so important, especially against a flamer. Recce package.
Victory point lost.
I don't know, I'm not a big fan of Recce package. I know you need it against the MG,
What?
Here as you go.
but I'm more for the brand guy.
It's OP. The new base artillery is so busted.
Yeah, and you can do the same thing with a dingo with a dingo.
Achtung, Grenadiers!
Yeah, he doesn't have a dingo though, so the Recce makes perfect sense. And you need a flare against Wehrmacht.
Fair enough.
It's also good against green cover,
Rapid production
which there's a ton of on this map that you're fighting into, and it's half the price, or less than half the price of the Bren. So I don't think there's an optimal Brit build that doesn't get Recce as the first upgrade after Flamer. I think Brens are good. Like I still like Brens, and I'm not saying you should only get Recce, but I think it's always suboptimal to never get a Recce.
Fair enough. Yeah, I roast I'm an Axis player, man. How do I know those things?
Okay, Caosak skipping heals for a very nicely timed Humber. I think this is about as fast as he could have got it, maybe a little bit slow. I see he's got a bit of fuel left, but he did a good job teching fast, and he has a window here.
Wow.
I'd love to see him just drive onto this Grenadier. Let him Faust you. Just burn the munitions. You've got two engineers
chase,
right here. Yeah, he can definitely chase.
He could chase.
He's got to be a little worried about mines is the thing, so I wouldn't chase too far without a sweeper.
Yeah, he's not chasing too far. The new base art is broken. Yeah, I know. Maybe I worded my thing
221
wrong.
scout card deploying.
Obviously, base art is broken. Now he's crushing the wire, so
Victory
he's
point
slowed.
is under enemy control.
I just feel like
Okay,
DPS-wise, I enjoy the brand package more. That's my reasoning.
Alarm.
I'm a
Sector
DPS
overrun.
guy.
Don't like utility, huh?
Nah, I'm a utilities. Nah, I'm a specialist guy. We have Dank Hunter upgrade by FeriG.
Oh, not. Wow, got that second shot off through
my
the
God.
doorway.
Through the that was amazing.
That's such a red. I think this replay is wrong because that's not a blue 2-2-1 move. That's a red 2-2-1
Yes.
shot. I can't believe he got that
The
off.
enemy has taken a victory point.
But now he has the Dank Hunter that does nothing to the dice. Nah, it's not how it should be always been. It's way too good for, what is it, 45 ammo?
I wish it was 45 ammo.
It's even cheaper.
It's 35. 35 ammo.
Damn it, it's so cheap and it's way too good. I understood that it needed a buff because prior to this patch, I don't even bother to move out of it.
Assault packages are available for grenadier.
Yeah, they could have buffed the first shot coming in. That buff, fine. The rest of it,
Jäger
totally
infantry
over
on
the
station.
top.
Yeah, but now I'm so fucking scared when I see this orange smoke that I retreat.
Yeah.
I don't even try to dodge it, I just retreat because the RNG on the shells, and then how much damage they do is through the, like, over 9,000.
Yeah. Really big value from the breakthrough ability here from FeriG. He just capped up a ton of the map in a very short order.
Yeah.
Bastards have... Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Nice use of smoke. We'll let these pioneers gap close a little bit. Try to clear the building out.
Oh, Flamer will get forced off though.
Yeah, good response from Caosak to just instantly get out and focus fire. Well played there.
Map control though.
Pretty even game though.
Yeah, favor for FeriG at the moment
Victory
though.
point lost.
And I know you get the Dan Hunter upgrade to get rid of the Humber. But now you have the useless 2-1. What are you gonna do with it?
Useless? He's countering the middle building. It'll just take a
Countering
minute.
it? Yeah, like in 10 minutes he's countering it.
Mobile flak gun ready.
Like
Oh,
that.
nice MG positioning here.
Dingo.
Actually, I would have liked if he had turned the arc a little bit.
Yeah. By the way, Dingo art you don't need to be respected because you can hear if the up map is or the on map is fired or not. So you can hear it if it's a decoy or not.
We await
true.
commands. Obey for orders.
Mortar for Caosak. This is a good map for Mortar.
I don't like the Britain watch. It's such a horrible accuracy in my opinion. But if
The
you need
enemy
it, you
has
need
claimed
it, I
our
guess.
territory for their own.
Against the 20 bullets, so a good choice.
My understanding was that all the base mortars are basically identical.
Fucking enemy.
Ow,
Doesn't
I'm
have
not
airburst though.
sure. I don't have any objective data to back it up. But from the games that I played as Brits, I have always felt the Brit mod is not hitting anything. Meanwhile, the USF mod is just wrecking everything. They are the same as standard.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a vertical issue on my end. It's always good to play casting with me, right? Because I'm like one of those guys who knows nothing. So much fake news. Nice flamer there.
Oh, Brent might go down in the south.
It's a goner.
Ouch. That's a huge loss. Does not have the immunity to replace it just yet.
Infantry are ready.
He does have 3 sections, so I guess
2 centimeter flag.
Half-trick infantry
one
are
saving
awaiting
grace here, but
deployment.
that is a painful loss. FeriG maintaining control of both fuels, it looks like,
Red
as
smoke.
well as both side
No, orange
BPs.
smoke.
The enemy
And
has
Caosak
taken
is
a
not
victory
respecting
point.
it. FeriG is not respecting it.
Look at that fire rate. So ridiculous.
It's dead.
Stoßtruppen.
Really accurate, too. Really lucky spread here for Caosak. Well, mine might have saved this flak. I think the Orange was looking to pick it up.
Reinforce all squads that require
But we have
Yeah,
Stoßtruppen cornered.
Thassus here, just in time.
I think that not might be game, but it's really bad for Caosak. He's trying to make something happen. MG gets the suppression.
Yeah.
That's the-
Oh, that's up. Unlucky. It feels like such a coin flip if the MG has to pack up when you pick it up, but actually ends up giving over the Vickers. And yeah, this feels like GG here. He's lost too much stuff. Lost the Brand, lost the Vickers, lost the Humber, lost all of the map, pretty much.
Yeah. And the Doctrine did nothing.
Right, this is what I'm talking about. It's you really. This is the point in the game where you need something, whether it's a Gurkha or the Zeal passive.
Yeah, but
You need something that helps you to bridge your early game to your late game, and that Doctrine does not have that anymore.
yeah.
We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.